This is Ham Fen Nature Reserve, which is the last ancient semi-natural fenland habitat left in the southeast of England, an incredibly precious and valuable ecological resource.
An area of landscape like East Kent has been massively fragmented and changed and drained and farmed and had all these things go on over many, many millennia. But particularly in the last 60 to 70 years, we've seen this incredible impact on the wildlife, on the drainage, on the fragmentation of those habitats.
There's a whole raft of species, both plants and animals, which have simply been lost because the habitat has gone. So if we want to perpetuate the species or save them, we need to save the habitat.
This is a partnership that Coca-Cola has with WWF globally, but also here in Great Britain with the Rivers Trust. We're working here with Kent Wildlife Trust around what we call replenishing water and working to help sustainable communities and landscapes.
So what we're trying to do is grow the area of peatland, which will enable us to re-establish the biodiversity associated with the habitat. And there are smaller scale works where we have a willing community who want to get involved and to help. So a lot of the work is done by volunteers led by staff.
You can see how the landscape has changed with the restoration. This is going to be one of the almost untouched and wild places, which are really, really rare.
We've actually introduced Eurasian beavers into the project area. The beavers are what's known as a keystone species. The various activities that the beaver do creates all the different stages through nature, from bare open water to closed forest. We put the beavers in, and after about 4 or 5 years, lo and behold, we started to get water vole records again.
One of the interesting things about a project like this and about the work that we do within the Trust is trying to get people to understand and reconnect their everyday life to the landscape they live in.
It's incredibly moving to be right in the environment like this. It feels really special to be part of it.
We do it because we love it. We do it because we're very passionate about, obviously, nature and wildlife, but I think it's about all the things that that brings to people. You begin to realise the value of the landscape and of wildlife and of nature to people is so important, and people are beginning to understand that again, and that's a fantastic thing for us because that's the long term. You know, that's the thing that sees it secured for my kids, my grandkids and on. So yeah, incredibly rewarding.